Hello everyone, this is Stephanie from Little Steffi Big World, and today is the flip through of my mini album of our weekend to Neuschwanstein in the south of Germany. There's also a video with just music, a flip through with just music, so the link is in the description below if you don't want to listen to my voice, or if you don't need all the explanations with it. And there's also a video on how I'm doing this album with paper scraps and bits and pieces that were left over from a kit that I bought and the washi tape, and how I'm doing like the cover and some other bits and pieces that are in the album. That's all on my channel as well. So, well, this trip was back in 2016 when we went to Neuschwanstein. We actually only live like a 2-hour drive away from this, and we didn't go for years. And then my husband said for my birthday I can have a trip to a city wherever I want to go, and I decided to go to this beautiful castle. So in September 2016 we finally made it. So I put a map of Füssen, which is very close to the city where all the castles are. Where the castles are, it's not actually a city, it's pretty small, and this is like the next biggest city to it. This is Füssen, and here, like next to it, are the castles. So I put in some of the journaling cards from this kit that I bought and did the journaling on behind, and I've put in the scraps and everything. Yeah, so it was a late birthday gift. We arrived on the Friday, and this is from our guest house, which is really nice, and it came with free parking, breakfast was included, and they had some other bits and pieces about the surrounding areas. So I used this postcard for some journaling, and I made a ring album so I can take out some of the bits and pieces like this to have it open up for more information. But this is just about what you can do in the area and about the location of the guest house. So we were really lucky with the weather. It actually looked like this when we arrived, and the whole weekend it just looked like this. It was really nice. So this is from the city as well, about the boat trips that you can do on the river, with when the boats are going, and prices and stuff, location. So I included this just as a memory piece. So here's some more journaling. So on Saturday we got up really early. We had breakfast as early as we could, and then we walked. We walked from Füssen over to Schwangau, and it's on a beautiful river. We walked along the river, crossed it, through a little forest to get to the castles. It was so beautiful. I'm so glad we walked. But still, back then, although we had smartphones, we were not sure if we were on the right way. It's actually the Romantic Street, it's in English, and it really is beautiful with all the green fields, the forest, the blue water, the rivers. And then we arrived in Schwangau, the village of the King's Castles, it's called. So this is all in German. And we were so excited about this, so happy. So yeah, I included some selfies from the time. And this is a leaflet of the castles, because there are 2 castles there. There's not only Neuschwanstein, the famous one, there's also the other one, Hohenschwangau, which I knew nothing about. But when we booked the tickets, I said, well, it's for my birthday, so let's book both of them. Just do this. So this is the map of the area of Hohenschwangau, where you get the tickets. This is the less known castle. There's a lake next to it, and how you can get up to Neuschwanstein and then over to the bridge. You can walk, you can have a horse ride, you can take the bus. Yeah, and the parking spots here. So we booked the tickets for the castles up front to avoid the long queues. And this is the reservation confirmation. We had to pick them up before 11 a.m. and then it says when we can enter each of the castles. Like we were allowed to enter Neuschwanstein at 3 p.m. and the other one at noon. So we had to take this with us to check the tickets. So there's another card with some journaling. We picked up the cards before 11 a.m. and then we had an hour before we could go into the first castle. So we decided to walk around that lake, and it was such a good idea. It was so lovely. The sun was shining. Here's my husband enjoying the sunshine, and it was very, very peaceful. There was no one there, or hardly anybody there. The lake was so beautiful blue, and the forest you can see here. It was the perfect time of year to go, and from here you can actually see the castle in the back. It was such a beautiful backdrop. And then at noon we were allowed to go into the Hohenschwangau castle, and we bought a little souvenir like a magnet for our fridge, and it came in this little bag. So I kept that bag, put it in here, and here is our ticket for the Hohenschwangau castle. So there's a picture of that in here, so I can keep it. And there's also another leaflet about that castle in specifically. So I'm going to take this out. So yeah, there's some more information about that. We also went around the palace garden. We had the viewpoint, and this is from inside because you're not allowed to take any pictures inside. And this is like the same map. They use the same map all over again. So this is the castle over here, and this is the lake that we went around. So I put this in here. I'm so glad I kept all the memorabilia from back then, because back then I wasn't into collecting all the memorabilia as much as I'm doing now. So I did another strip of 3 pictures, like this is from the palace garden, this is from the viewpoint, and this is a little chapel. I think it's part of the castle that you're allowed to go in and actually are allowed to take pictures of, but it's not anything special, but still nice to go around. I was very surprised at how well it is and how nice it is, and the story behind it. I don't remember a lot of it now, years ago, but I'm sure you can find out everything about it on the internet. And then we decided to take the horses up the hill. It was my birthday gift, so I said to my husband, well, let's go on the horses to the castles like the royals. It was so nice. The weather was just perfect to do this, and the horses looked very well maintained as well. The horse guards, they were looking after the horses. I don't think we will have an animal problem here in Germany, so I wasn't very thinking anything bad about doing this. But we only did this on the way up because we thought it was a bit expensive. So this is the entrance of Neuschwanstein, but we still had some time to kill, so we went to another platform to see it. But in here, so I made a little pocket, not pocket, an envelope, and in here I've put the ticket from the castle Neuschwanstein, and I also put from the paper collection, from this paper collection, there are also some journaling cards. So I put this here as well. Oh, what a beautiful morning, what a beautiful day, because it just fitted so perfectly. And oh, hello love, be awesome today. This is nice. And this is also hello, you're lovely. So I just wanted to use as much of these scraps as possible, as many as possible. So I just put it in here. I've decorated this envelope. And here's another leaflet of just the castle Neuschwanstein. And again, you're not allowed to take pictures inside, so I'm glad there are a few images in here as well, and a little bit about the history of it. So some more images up here. it was very impressive, and we were very, very excited about this. But we first went down to another platform and took a picture. It's closer to the castle, but it's not the side, the famous side, you know, of the castle, because that's from the other side, from the bridge. So this is the waiting area before you go up this staircase here to go into the castle. And it was really good. There were so many rooms and full of stuff and so many informations about this. But I think the inside is not as pretty as the outside, and I think the outside is only that pretty because of all the surroundings, you know, because of the little river and the forest and stuff, you know. So after our tour from the castle, we walked to the bridge, and we had some viewing points there, so I made this as well. So we had viewing points over the lake, over this lake and the forest. And this is a picture of all the people lining up to get on the bridge to take some pictures of the castle. Because just look at it. It's so amazing. It's so beautiful. From the bridge you just have the perfect view. And this is what I said. This is the side of the castle that you know, that you see. So yeah, this is the side you have to take when you're there. And it was the perfect weather for it. Just perfect. Really, really nice. And that was our day. We had the next day, on the Sunday, we went back home, and on the way we stopped in Kempten and we had some really, really nice Italian lunch. So it was just really perfect end to a perfect trip. So I did some journaling on this card. This is when we checked out the invoice from our guest house. And there's another leaflet here of the whole area of the south of Bavaria, the Allgäu. So there's a whole map in here, and what you can do and what you can say, and also about Füssen in particular. Like there's a Füssen card apparently, but because we only went for the castles, we didn't do anything about this. So I just put it in here, and this is the back to the last page. Let me just close this, we click. So yeah, let's go anywhere. I just used some more scraps, and then on the back here I just did another label and another piece of this kit. So I'm very happy how this turned out, and I made this in just a weekend. In just like 8 hours or 9 hours in total, everything was done. So I hope you enjoyed this little flip through. Subscribe to my channel if you want. Check out all the other videos. I've got the links in the description below. Have a happy and safe trip. Scrapbook on. Bye bye.